It happened on the northwest side of town along the 1600 block of West 26th Street. The day was oppressively hot and overcast. Rocco, driving to Moncrief Yard to photograph striking train workers, decided, for no particular reason, to go this way. And here he saw some electrical linemen.
He said linemen were always interesting to take pictures of because of the different things they did and all the equipment.
So he casually made a mental note. Maybe come back later and shoot what they call a daily.
Just anything they could use in the paper for weather or whatever.
So when he got through with the strikers,
instead of coming to the office, I went back. I don't know. I believe in divine guidance. Something made me go back to where these men were working. I had a few shots left on the film. And lo and behold, when I got back there, people were yelling, screaming. And I looked around and I saw this man hanging.
Did you know what had happened to him?
No.
Rocco instinctively grabs his Rolleiflex, gets off one shot, and sees the man on the pole is injured. So he races back to the car and calls the Journal on his two-way.
I told the desk, I said, somebody's been hurt out here. You better send an ambulance.
Now, that's the kind of guy he was. He was more concerned about that guy's safety than he was his picture. I mean, he could have been out there taking pictures all that time.
Meantime, J.D. Thompson, an apprentice lineman on another pole 400 yards away, hears the ruckus.
I run on down to where I heard him hollering, and I could see, before I got to the pole, I could see him hanging upside down.
The man hanging upside down was Randall Champion, another apprentice lineman, called Hamburger because he had a second job at Burger King. Randall had hit a high-voltage wire.
They were saying somebody help him, you know. You had people on the ground that were groundmen that didn't climb. And in fact, they didn't even have any tools to climb the pole, you know. They didn't have any hooks or a belt or anything of that sort. So they had to get somebody that could climb.
That somebody was J.D. As he shimmied up the pole, Rocco returned with a fully loaded camera.
And by this time, J.D. was up on the pole and had him cradled in his arm.
You thought he was dead?
Yeah, I really did, yeah. His face, his cheeks is blue, and there's no movement to him, no breathing, nothing going on here.
I shot one. I said, heck, I can't see what's going on up there. So I backed way off.
I tried to give him mouth-to-mouth. I didn't quite have him where I could get air into him. So I moved some.
He had him in his arm, and he was breathing into him.
Put 3 or 4 breaths, and then also trying to squeeze on his chest.
And then I shot that picture. That's the one we have.
Winning the Pulitzer Prize was the high point of the Journal, period.
May 6, 1968. Rocco first thinks something exploded in the darkroom because a commotion's going on in Journal hallways. Suddenly, a colleague rushes over.
So he runs back. He says, come here. Come here. I want to show you something.
Rocco had won the Pulitzer Prize for news photography.
Boy, oh boy. Rocco, you won the Pulitzer. Wow.
It is journalism's highest honor. In that profession, there is nothing more significant. Think of an actor winning an Oscar.
Well, it puts you in another level. You're at an elite level.
Boy, we yelled, and I don't know. We were very happy. Happy bunch of people.
And then, on his way home that night...
What made you want to stop at church?
I told you a long time ago I was a believer, man. And I stopped by the church. I went to the altar, stood there a few minutes, kneeled. I kneeled there a few minutes, and then I come on home. That's it.
Well, not quite. Actually, it was just beginning.
Cards and letters and phone calls from friends, long-lost friends who heard the news. Daddy never says, I won the Pulitzer. He always says, we won the Pulitzer. And by that he means his family. And I know he means, too, all those people at the old Journal. He always considered them his family.
And the family had a grand party to celebrate Rocco's accomplishment. By all accounts, it was a barn burner. And sometime during that evening, Rocco got, guess what?